So I wanted to make a video response to this Timbaland this Timbaland controversy. That's what I specifically do is clear up the confusion of what's going on here. See what's going on here. I'm reading the comments on these two videos that you definitely should check out if you haven't seen them. And a lot of people are confused. They think that what Timbaland did was A, legal, and B, sampling. Now, sampling, let me just explain to you really quickly what sampling is. Sampling is where you take a piece of music that someone's written, like a little chunk of it, and make a new piece of music out of it. Almost like when you're in elementary school and you cut out the pictures out of the magazines and you make a new piece of art out of it, a collage. That's what sampling is. It's almost like a musical collage. What Timbaland did was take a piece of music that's already been written and say he wrote it. Basically, he just re-recorded the exact same music and said, "Oh, I wrote this." And he claims the intellectual rights to the song. This is, if we want to use that elementary school example again, it's like instead of cutting a piece out of the magazine, it's like cutting the page out of the magazine, pasting the entire page, and saying, "I made this collage." Well, no, you didn't. And as far as I'm a librarian, hence my name's librarian on there. I have a master's degree. I'm a frequent Wikipedia editor, and I know a little bit about copyright law. And what he did is not legal. Because what he did, the guy, I saw some comments on there that said, well, not everyone owns the copyrights automatically or something like that, when that's not true. This Finnish composer, oh, put that marker away, sorry, my son's going to write on the wall with a marker. This Finnish composer, wrote this music, and it's his music. To just take the music, and say it's your music, which is what Timbaland did, that's stealing. Okay, that's not legal. What I would like to plug is, well, actually, what I would like to say about this, though, is while it is illegal, Timbaland will probably get to keep all the money that he's made off of these songs, because it costs a lot of money to sue. He'd have to sue Timbaland to say, "I really own this," which is unfortunate. But I think one of the good points, and even I would love to see a response to from the guy who actually wrote the song, to see what he says about it, is that it's given the 8-bit community a large, what's the word? Exposure. I would first like to plug a website, which I have in the links in my description of this video, 8bitpeoples.com. Just click the link when this video's over. That's a collective amount of composers who use video game equipment and old computers to, the old computers with the little, speaker inside, computer speaker. They use old computers and old video game systems. Game Boys is what I specifically like, to create new music, almost the way someone would compose music for a tuba or an orchestra, or a trombone. They're composing music for a Game Boy or whatever. I would also like to plug 8bitmovie.com. My friend wrote a movie specifically about using video game hardware, Nintendos, Game Boys, to make new art and new music. And this video has been pretty popular. It's been shown in the Museum of Modern Art in New York City, which is a really big accomplishment. So I think even though Timbaland was wrong in what he did and greedy, and it's really, for an artist to rip another artist off, that's really low. That's not what art's about. At least he did give exposure to the 8-bit community, and I think that they will be happy about this exposure. So, thanks for watching. I hope I cleared up some confusion. Feel free to ask any questions that you might have, but what he did wasn't sampling. Thanks.